everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to show you how I've made this card here, which is a fun, very easy pop-up. I actually made this first during a Facebook Live. It was quite a few weeks ago now. I'm just trying to go back to those and make sure I get them up onto the YouTube channel. It's a pop-up style that's been around for quite a long time. There's loads of tutorials. Very, very easy. Just these clever folds on the side and it gives you this little pop-up inside. And I thought it looked brilliant with the balloons on. I went back to a really old paper pad of mine and I've used this lovely big image of the cake and then all the presents around, and I did all that using the masking technique during the live, which I will link below. So if you want to go and watch this in real time, then you can do, and hopefully at some point I'll get that full live up on YouTube as well. I've got my matching envelope there as well, which I'll be doing at the end of this video. I'm going to be doing a floral one today using some different products, but you don't need any specialty dies to make the actual card shape, and I think it's going to work for so many different occasions. So let's get started. So I've already gone ahead and prepared all of my flowers and the butterflies and everything there. So I'm using the flowers are from my Flowers and Foliage stamp set. I've used some of the die cut butterflies here, which I'm going to have popping up inside. And then for the sentiment, I have used Let Friendship Bloom, this one here, and I've used the frame there as well. That's going to go on the front. And I think inside, I'm going to have one of these little verses. Again, all of the product will be linked below. Oh, and I've used the brick wall embossing folder, which I'm going to have all the flowers building up. So it's going to be a real plain, simple white kind of background, and then all the colour of the flowers on the front. So you want to cut yourself a piece of 10 by 7 and score along the long side at 5 inches to make your card blank, or a shop brought one, which is what this one is. Now, working on this score line here, it's up to you how far in you come. So if I bring this one back in here and open it up, where I've got this point here, you can have that. It could be here if you wanted to, if you just want to have a smaller pop out. You might want to come closer into the middle so you have more of a triangle front. So have a little play around, because you might have a different image that you want to fit. Maybe you need to come out a little bit more to fit that in here. Like I said, play around. So I'm going to follow the same as this one, which was, let's just get my, so I came in 2 1/4, or came down. So I'm just going to use my ruler. You don't need the scoreboard at the moment, just keeping it on here. So 2 1/4, so just there. And then I'm going to come up 2 1/4, just along that score line. And then from that score line, you want to come out 2 inches either side. So if you just sit the 2 inches over the fold there, you can just mark here and then at 4 on that side. Again, you might just want to come out 1 1/2. You might want to come down, so you're marking out 2 1/2 or 3. It can be anything you want. Just by seeing me do the process, it's easy then for you to adapt. And then again, just marking there and then at the 4 inch marker. Then we want to do a little bit of scoring. So I like to use my metal stylus, and you're going to score from, if we start from the pencil marks that you've done on that score line. From this pencil mark here, I'm going to score down to this one, and then score down to that one there. And then again here, from there I'm going to score out and down to that pencil mark. And then again, so you're going to create a triangle here and then a triangle here. Just not down here first. So just lay your stylus over. Make sure you've got a nice soft surface to score against. Okay, so you can see there that triangle. And then I'm going to do the same at this end. Okay, so rub out any pencil marks that you might have. Okay, so now you just want to start to bring in, if you bring in the main score line there and just pull it towards you, these are starting to become valley folds. So I'm just going to bring them right over and just pinch that. And then if you turn it around again, just pull that in so you've got those valley folds. Just kind of roughly pinch it for the minute. So now these are both sticking up, and then just fold the card completely flat. And just go over the folds there on both sides. And there's the front of the card. I've then cut this piece to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and it's going to sit over the front here. Now I'm going to be lazy, but you can see I've got a border here, 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 and here. I'm just going to mark with a pencil mark that same kind of border on the side there and there. and then cut it. If you want that exact measurement, you want to come in along the top about 2 1/8 from each side, and then come down each side 1 7/8. You can then just cut straight across. So you're removing that corner. And now I've got my perfect mat layer. So I can stick that one down in a moment, and then I'm going to decorate the front. And then what I've got left over and the butterflies I'm going to have popping up inside, which I'll show you once I've decorated the front. You can see these gorgeous flowers. I've just used my alcohol markers to colour these in. I'm just going to build up a nice cluster. I kind of want the sentiment like in the middle towards the bottom, and then I can build up these lovely florals kind of like around it. Once you start adding the green leaves and stuff, it really, yeah, it's just going to be a really pretty card from the front because it looks lovely displayed like so, or you can keep it displayed open like this. You might want to have more of a pop-up and this be the kind of the way that you're displaying it. So there's a couple of ways you can use this one. So I'm going to get this all stuck down, and then I'll show you how to add your pop-ups inside. Okay, so there is the front of the card. I think this, just as it is now, is a beautiful card. Just a shaped card, pretty design on the front, and then all your space inside to write your message. But of course, we're now going to add the pop-up. So inside, I want to have a butterfly on each side. I've got a couple of flowers left over, which I may well just have a little kind of cluster down here. But I think just the 2 butterflies popping up, and then that third one I might just have on the front, because it would look nice to maybe have. So you could even have it up there, because this space you can still fill and it would still fit in the envelope. So I could always just have that. That looks quite sweet. It could have a little bit of acetate actually just tucked behind the flower there. So I may well do that. But to attach them inside here, so if I just bring this one in, because this one was actually attached with the whole stamped image, there was no acetate on this one at all. But I'm just going to trim down just a couple of thin strips. This is a construction weight acetate, so it is nice and strong. I just cut myself. The height's going to change for everyone. You want to have it so that, but I think, yeah, that's going to be fine. So I've got mine are about 1/2 inch wide by 3 1/4, but it will vary because the size of what you've got popping up might be different to mine. Now, because I'm going to be sticking that over there, I want to cover this part. So I've kept these pieces, which I snipped away, and I'm just going to trim them down and stick them over the top once I've positioned my butterflies. So at least that's now all concealed. It just then ties in the design on the front of the card as well. So I've just popped a little tape along the bottom. I'm not going to bring it right down to the fold, just slightly above. And then just another small bit of tape along the top. That little bit of stickiness I've still got on the front, just dust over it with your powder from your anti-static buddy. I'll do that in a minute, and then it'll just stop that sticking. But just check that when you go to close it, it all stays within the card. So if I've gone any higher, then it would poke out. But now you get that lovely pop up. So I'm going to do the same now on the other side and have this one probably do it a little bit lower. And I think I'm going to add another matte layer here just to make it a bit stronger. Add in the flowers, the extra leaves. Could always add a couple, so that would look nice as well. So I'm going to have a little play around, and then I'll show you it when it's all finished. So I finished the cards. That's the front. I added the butterfly, which I think looks gorgeous. And then inside, I decided to decorate around the top here. So you've got the butterflies popping out from the leaves, and then you've got the flowers there. So you could do a real nice arch, you know, like a floral arch or something. I think it looks really, really pretty. And then the sentiment, every time you see these blooms, remember someone is thinking of you. And that's another matte layer. I just needed to add a bit of strength into that because there's a lot of weight and strength on the front. Just need that to support the back as well. Isn't that cute? Really, really lovely. So just two very different themes there and ways of decorating it, but I think they come together nicely. So I'm going to decorate the envelope. I've just picked out these stamps here, just pulled out the colours that are in the flowers there, so I think that ties in really nicely. So I'm going to get those stuck down. Then I've got my All Occasions franking stamp set here, so I'm just going to stamp that one. I might do the lines as well, and I've got the airmail, and then I've got my gold wax beads melting there, happy mail, and I'm going to pour that all onto the back. So I just stamped everything there. This one you can use to write your address, but it's nice also to stamp over the stamps and then put the date on. So that's what I'm going to start doing with that one. So flip it over, got my wax paper here because I'm not sending this card. Well, I don't know who I'm sending it to, but I can get the wax seal all attached, and then I can still seal the envelope at a later date with the gum on the back there. I'm just going to pull that out. Lovely gold colour to match the gold butterflies. And then I've got my happy mail stamp. I'm just going to leave that now to set. And just give it a little wiggle. And you've got your lovely wax seal. And then you can just peel off the wax paper underneath. You can see that there when it catches the light. Gorgeous. So thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this fun fold card tutorial from me today. As always, all of the products that I've used will be linked individually in the description box below the video, but you can also click here and that will take you to Craft Stash. You can find it all over there. Make sure you're subscribed, because that way you won't miss out on any future videos, and I'll have a pop-up playlist coming up here. You might want to watch that next. See you all soon. Bye.